Yes or no and why to whatever question that you have. So I have two piles or two images for you to choose from, and the timestamps will be in the description. Okay, pile 1, yes or no and why to whatever question that you asked. So the card I pulled for you is the Hermit card, and this card is about solitude, self-reflection, and deep inner work. So this is likely a no right now for your question. And it's not because it will never happen, but because right now you need to be alone to gain more clarity on your situation. This is a time where you are stepping back from the noise and the distractions and allowing yourself space and time to think, process, and truly understand what it is that you want. The Hermit card can come up when someone is seeking too much external validation or waiting for an outside opinion to give them an answer. But this card is telling you that the truth comes from you, and only you know what is right for you. So the more you rely on others' opinions in this situation, the more lost you will feel. So learn how to trust your own intuition and judgment. This card can also mean that whatever situation you're asking about might require a level of wisdom and maturity that you haven't really reached or tapped into yet. And you need time to process things to learn how to deal with it. If you asked about a relationship, this could mean that you need to spend some time apart, or you may have been feeling disconnected, but time apart will bring more clarity. If you asked about a job, money, or a personal goal, you may need to pause and rethink your approach and get honest about what's truly fulfilling to you. So be patient and trust that the right path will reveal itself when it's ready, and trust yourself. The second card that I pulled for you is the Eight of Swords. And this card is about self-sabotage, mental blocks, doubts, and just blocking your own progress, whether you realize it or not. You may feel trapped in your situation, but the truth is you are your biggest obstacle, and you are blocking your success in some way. Maybe you have convinced yourself that you're not good enough, or that things won't work out, or that you're doomed to fail. But whatever it is, I see that fear is really holding you back in your situation. You have likely been overthinking, second guessing yourself, and getting stuck in cycles of doubt instead of trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and trusting your own voice. And maybe that's why you're heavily reliant on the opinions of others or outside opinions, which makes sense with the Hermit card. So I feel your reading and message for this situation is really to trust yourself more. And this can also mean you've been procrastinating or avoiding taking action on something, or even getting caught up in perfectionism and wanting everything to be perfect. So you end up procrastinating and not doing anything, waiting for the perfect moment, but that perfect moment never seems to come. So the more you wait, the more stagnant and kind of complacent you become. So I feel your isolation is not just about deep reflection, but it's also about feeling stuck. So maybe you're afraid to take the next step, or you're just too focused on what could go wrong that you're paralyzed by inaction and indecision. But yeah, this is a message to get out of your own way. The next card you have is Virgo, and it says, I analyze. So this is definitely confirms the Eight of Swords and what it's saying. You are overthinking everything. The Virgo is very analytical. It's all about organizing, striving for perfection, and really more of that obsessive energy. So you're likely picking apart every little detail, trying to control every possible outcome, and getting caught up in what ifs. And that's just holding you back, and you're not making any progress. So being prepared and analytical of things can be a positive thing, and it can help you in certain situations, but it can also hold you back if it's too much of that energy. So in this situation, it's working against you. And this can also mean that you are very anxious or have a lot of anxiety in your situation, because Virgo energy is deeply connected to the nervous system and worrying about things that may never even happen. And so is the Eight of Swords. It's that mental energy of worrying, and yeah. So you're probably putting too much pressure on yourself and holding yourself to impossible standards. So whatever you asked about, you really care to make it something of quality, or you're trying to perfect it. And this can also mean that you are too focused on logic and practicality and not using enough of your intuition and inner wisdom. And again, it's good to be realistic, but your obsessiveness is preventing you from trusting yourself. And remember, not everything in life can be analyzed or predicted. And sometimes you just have to take that leap and trust your intuition. So yeah, be careful not to let your thoughts become like a prison. And the last card of advice that I have for you says, emotions are running high, supermoon. So your emotions are at their peak right now, whether this is frustration, sadness, excitement, or fear. You're feeling everything on an intense level. Supermoon can mean that your situation is very emotional and emotionally charged, and can lead to it feeling overwhelming. But I feel your advice here is not to make impulsive decisions based on your emotions. Right now you might feel like things are rushed, but acting out of fear, stress, or frustration will only cause more problems for you. If you're feeling anxious about the future, this card is reminding you that emotions come in waves. One moment you may feel lost, the next you might feel clear. So don't act on temporary feelings. And I feel like for this pal, the feeling is more fear and anxiety. And I also feel like the supermoon is a sign that something big is about to happen. So this is kind of like preparing you to manage your emotions better, because you're about to go through this shift and you need to know how to manage that. So yeah, take time to reflect, but don't let fear keep you stagnant and stuck. Clarity will come when you stop obsessing over the small details and start trusting your intuition more. So that is all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you for watching, and stay subscribed for more. Okay, Pile 2. Yes or no and why to whatever question that you asked. So the card I pulled for you is the Six of Cups. And this card is about emotional fulfillment, nostalgia, warmth, and the past. So this is a yes for your question. This can mean that something from your past is coming back and resurfacing, whether that's memories, people, or situations that remind you of your past or your childhood. So whatever you asked about may involve family members, childhood friends, your hometown, or even an ex-partner returning in your life in some sort of way. So there's a strong feeling of comfort and familiarity with this card. The Six of Cups is about emotional safety and support that comes from being surrounded by people who know you deeply and genuinely care about you. You may find yourself reconnecting with people from your past who offer you some support during this time. And this could be someone who helps you financially, emotionally, or just gives you guidance and advice on whatever you need right now. And this card can also mean that you're returning to your hometown or an old place that is very significant to you. So you're going to be revisiting old memories, maybe traditions or environments that remind you of the happy, simpler times. And this can be literal, like going home to visit family, a family reunion, or metaphorical, like comfort and healing that comes from reconnecting with your roots. This is a positive card and message, especially if you've been feeling emotionally drained or disconnected, that things will improve and you're going to be feeling cared for, finding peace, connecting in meaningful ways with others. And whatever you asked about will likely bring sweet, memorable moments, whether it's bonding with loved ones or reminiscing on happy memories or finding joy in something that brings you comfort or once brought you comfort. Second card I pulled for you is the Ten of Wands. And this card is about stress, exhaustion, overworking yourself, and feeling overwhelmed. So you may have been carrying a lot or a heavy load for some time now. Whether this is work, relationships, or personal life, or even emotions, emotionally or mentally, this card is saying that you've been overextending yourself and you've likely been feeling drained and burned out. But with the Six of Cups coming out first, I feel like this period of yours is starting to ease and you're stepping more into getting support from others. Like the people from your past or something from your past will help lighten this load. If you've been handling and doing everything on your own, this is a reminder that you don't have to and that you can rely on others for support and help. So if you've been feeling emotionally or physically burned out, this is the message that now is the time to release some of that, and don't be afraid to lean on other people who genuinely care about you and are willing to help you. The next card that I pulled for you is Leo, and it says, I will. So the energy of Leo is powerful, courageous, and bold. So after a period of hard work and stress, you are finally stepping into a more confident and self-assured energy. The Leo is about showcasing your talents and receiving well-deserved recognition for your efforts. For some of you, this means public praise and celebration. Maybe you're getting recognition at work or for a project that you created. But I feel this pal has been working behind the scenes quietly, and they're finally getting their moment to shine. And with the Six of Cups being here, this success may actually be tied to your past or someone from your past. Maybe an old mentor that's encouraging you, a past friend that's cheering you on, or connecting with an old passion or a hobby that you had as a child and is bringing you new opportunities. But whatever it is, you're gaining confidence in the situation and finally getting your moment to shine. So you're believing in yourself more and stepping out of that overwhelming and doubtful energy that you've been in for so long. Yeah, so this kind of reminds me of like someone who's graduating after they've been studying hard and going through school and a whole bunch of stress, and now they're celebrating their graduation with family members or something like that. But the last card of advice that I have for you says the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. So this card assures you that clarity is on the way. The full moon represents things being manifested and fruits finally coming to harvest. And Gemini is all about communication and learning. So this can come in the form of conversations or unexpected messages from others. So don't be afraid to ask questions or initiate conversations, because you may get the information that you're seeking from unexpected conversations with others. So your message here is to just trust the process. You've been working hard and doing the work, and now it's time to release this stress. Stop working so hard and allow support and positive energy to flow in. So be open to reconnecting with people from your past and receiving that support from others. So that's all I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you for watching, and stay subscribed for more.